Looking for a reason to try the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the price makes 5.
So much.
That's everything you get with the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's.
Hi, Will Shelby here at Sparks Kia. We know the thrill of the game extends beyond the field, so score big savings on a wide selection of new Kias, like the Telluride, Sportage, K5, and more. Don't wait for the final whistle. Head over to Sparks Kia today and take advantage of our game-changing prices. Visit us at 1100 Auto Mall Drive or shop SparksKia.com today. Sparks Kia, where hot deals start and your winning drive begins. Sparks Kia wishes Sterlington High School best of luck this season. Go Panther!
Choose PrimeStar Home Health. We'll provide the best care for your patient or loved one. From managing chronic conditions to wound care and therapy, we specialize in a wide range of services. PrimeStar Home Health. We have the skill to heal and the spirit to care. Choose PrimeStar Home Health. We'll provide the best care for your patient or loved one. From managing chronic conditions to wound care and therapy, we specialize in a wide range of services. PrimeStar Home Health. We have the skill to heal and the spirit to care.
Here we go. Well, good evening, Panther fans, and welcome to the Coaches Show brought to you by PrimeStar Home Health. I'm Ben Hackler here with head coach Lee Doty. And, Coach, how you feeling today?
Feel good, man. We've had 2 great practices on yesterday and today, and kids have had a lot of energy. And, we didn't win the ball game Friday night, but I thought our kids got a lot better. Saw a lot of improvement, and that's what we've been trying to do. And, we got to get rid of some mistakes, but I feel like we're on the right track for sure.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, as we get ready to start tonight, before we get into our senior spotlight, a lot of folks are asking questions about the new field house and kind of where we are and when we can hope to be back in that place. You want to give us a brief update on kind of where we are and kind of what's coming?
Well, the biggest question and the biggest answer I can give you is that top part is it's not a room. It's just open area. I get asked about that top part, what we're going to have up there. Coach, is that going to be your office? Is that going to be a meeting room? Is that the kitchen that, we talked about? And it's just open space. So that's the biggest question I've been getting. But we're probably at about 50% with it. They really are putting up the walls some today. And they've had some nice weather to work with, and they're getting after it.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, of course, that's part of the bond issue, things that went along. So all that coming along. Coach, tonight as we get ready to recognize our senior spotlight, of course, Miss Jennifer Thomas is here with McDonald's. We also finally, Coach, we got us some fancy water bottles logoed up. And so I know several Panther fans got those Friday night. And when I walked out of the stadium, I saw Miss Jennifer and said, hey, that's what me and Coach need for the Coaches Show. So we are set. With our water bottles, but I appreciate her doing that for us, and of course their sponsorship of our team in so many different ways. But Coach, tonight our McDonald's senior spotlight. Who are our guys we're recognizing tonight?
We got our center Michael Bozeman and our wide receiver Jacob Breen. Jacob Green was a pretty good player too.
Yeah,
Jacob Breen is too. So. These guys are captains, and you can walk in our building and ask anybody about these guys, and they'll tell you what great students they are, great players, and we're just proud that they're on our team. They did a good job representing us the other night. Bozeman's having a heck of a year. We're talking today about players of the week, and, him and 2 or 3 others could be player of the week every week. He's playing really well. And Jake battled the injury all summer and got him back and had some big catches the other night as well. So these are our captains and our senior spotlights for this week. So let's give them a big hand.
Congratulations, guys. Well, Coach, let's get into talking about that West Ouachita game. Of course, Panthers come up short 29-28 to the Chiefs, but it really was kind of what we thought it was going to be. 2 really evenly matched teams, similar schemes. And it was a game that really seemed like every possession really did matter. You battled back and forth. And you gave us a little bit of a snippet a moment ago, kind of your thoughts on it. But as you look back, what are some things that stand out to you about Friday night?
Well, it's a tough loss to take, when you're walking off the field. But, when I got home and were able to watch some film and stay up a little while, I realized to me it's the first game this year we played as a team. And, able to watch the YouTube video, you get to see the sidelines a lot. And, I'll concentrate a lot on that, and our kids congratulating each other by cheering each other on, picking each other up when we made a mistake. And I haven't seen that this year, but, we saw that Friday night. And I thought we got a lot better. We tackled better. We lined up better. We blocked better. We did a lot of good things. But, it's just the mistakes at the worst opportunity that's killing us right now. If you fumble the ball going into the end zone or you fumble the ball coming out of the end zone, it's hard to overcome that because we had just made a great stop defensively, and we fumbled the ball coming out of the end zone, and our kids on defense just made a stop, and they got to go back out, and everybody on our defense hadn't found their tough button yet, and they kind of down in the dumps about it, and so we got to stop. I know I'm being Captain Obvious, but we got to stop turning the ball over, going into the inside the 10, going in, and inside the 10 coming out. That's just absolutely killer for us. And, we've worked on that this week, and, we still giving up some big plays on 3rd down. We don't get off the field on 3rd and long. It seems like we do a lot better if it's 3rd and 3 than we do if it's 3rd and 13. And we got to get better at that. And, we got to get better at a lot of things, but I do feel like it was the best game that we played this year. I do feel like we played as a team. I think we've had a lot of energy this week, and I think we're excited about this Friday night.
Well, Coach, it's interesting you say that because a lot of folks, I think, kind of left the stands Friday night kind of deflated a little bit. But looking back now, and I had a chance to kind of put it in perspective. I was even looking back at yardage and things, offense and defense. I think you had a little over 300 yards, and you held them to under 300 yards of offense. And so it seemed like, even as you say, as you step back and really assess the whole thing, I think sometimes we forget, and you've said this numerous times, I've heard you say this, that other teams have really good coaches and schemes too. And sometimes it comes down to the wire. And so I think Friday night was probably a case of that, where it was even, and then we just had one too many mistakes compared to the one that they made.
Well, in a close game, 3 plays make a difference in the game. And, we haven't had a ball bounce our way yet, it seems like, all year, and in the past we've had plenty of them bounce our way. So we just kind of getting the other side of it right now. But, man, our kids are feeling good about this week. And, they know our goal is we're going to try to win every game, but we want to get better every week so we can win the last game. And we talk about that and we preach about that. And I think our kids are bought in, and, we're very proud of them.
Coach, let's talk a little bit of specifics about your offense and your defense. Offensively, it was really a slow and kind of methodical night. You had some long, sustained drives. No real big plays. I think our longest play was 22 yards, but that's kind of gotten to be kind of our MO in some ways. We want long plays and longer drives. What were your thoughts offensively specifically? I know we talk about protecting the football, obviously, but some other things, maybe offensive line play and then the different backs who were involved.
Well, I think our backs are really good. I've said that all along. It don't take a whole lot of blocking to get them guys into some good yardage situations. The penalties, again, when we'd have a big play, it was almost a guarantee there was going to be a flag on the ground, behind us. And a lot of it was holding and those type of things. And it's just a hustle play. And we got in my opinion, terrible call on Bozeman on the sideline over there when he's just blocking to the whistle. And that was a drive killer,
Yeah.
And but we're not catching those breaks right now. But I think we're doing fine. We just got to clean up the penalties.
Yeah, Coach, we're definitely an offense that needs to stay. I think the term is on schedule. When you get behind schedule, what does it do to the script and kind of things that you're looking at going forward?
Well, I'm not sure if we started a drive this year on the opening drive that we haven't had a penalty. I'm not sure if we've ended up 2nd and 8 or 2nd and 10 would be great instead of 1st and 15 than 1st and 20. So those things are as a coach, those things are hard to understand why we haven't got that corrected yet. So we've worked on getting some things a little simpler and getting the flow going with the game before we try to do too much. And I think that's going to help us.
Well, Coach, defensively, you mentioned some guys who were in position. I know that was one thing you talked about this year is even last week you told me that if we could just get in the right positions on defense and be where we're supposed to be and everybody do their job. With the West Washita offense, what was that allowed you to do some of that and to get to those places?
Well, Jacob running scout team quarterback for us really gave us a good look last week in scout teams and our on defense. We did a better job up front of trying to keep the linemen off our linebackers and let them run. We moved Drew to Mike and then moved Trey to Will. That seemed to work a lot better for us as well. Those guys doubled their totals and tackles this year. So, we've done a few things. And, when we met with the defensive staff Sunday, we want to play with the 11 guys this Friday night that we feel like we're going to play with the rest of the year. We haven't played with that same 11 yet.
Right.
So that's what we're doing. We're going to live with some guys and let them make mistakes and coach them up and get them better defensively.
Well, Coach, as your defense, as the game wore on, it seemed like it really kind of became kind of a back and forth there at the end. You got a couple big stops there in the third quarter up until really their first drive and their last drive they score on. But the ones in the middle, what adjustments had you made to kind of get to where you could get some stops and hopefully get your team ahead and finish it off?
Well, we just, we tried to eliminate the big play and wanted them to snap it, 10 times if they had to go score. And, they did that on their last drive, I believe. They had a big, long drive. But we wanted to stop those big plays, don't let them just throw it down the field on us. And we knew they wasn't going to throw it much, but when they did, we wanted to eliminate it. You know, desperately trying to get a turnover, strip the ball.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you do that, you end up missing tackles. But you know, I thought we played as hard as we could at that point in time under the circumstances we were under.
Yeah. Well, Coach, as we said, it was to start this. It really was a tough loss to swallow, but one now looking back, some perspective on it. What's been your message to your team as you guys got back together? I think even Saturday morning, but especially yesterday for the first day of kind of walk through and install. What was the message to the team? Hey, here's where we are, and here's what we got in front of us.
Message hadn't changed since day one. I mean, you know, the message is get better every day and keep working because, you know, I know nobody really wants to hear this, but Union Parish was 6-4 last year at the end of the regular season. One of those 4 was from us in a butt whooping. Okay. You know, and they ended up going and winning the state championship. So, you know, if they can keep it together, we can keep it together. And so the message hadn't changed. I mean, we're here, you know, the coaches are going to get paid the same. We're going to go out and work our butt off every day and try to get better. And again, being honest with the kids, this is what we got to do to win football games. And if we continue to do this, then we're not going to win. So I think we're going to be fine. I really do. And I think our kids believe that. So we're excited about it. And look, I know that you're not ever supposed to lose a game here. I mean, I get it. Or you're not ever supposed to give up a touchdown. And, you know, you give up the first down and everybody, you know, goes back down to the tents. But I'm telling you, we're going to get better. We're going to keep working.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, this week we do have some players of the week. And, of course, that brought to us by Mr. Mitch Houston and First Security Title of Monroe. And so, Coach, I believe you told me offense, defense, and special teams. So let's start with your offensive player of the week.
That's Jacob Breen over there. Jacob, like I said, had some big catches for us. And he got this award this week because running scout team offense, you know, that's unusual for a senior. You know, when I asked him, you know, last week about coming, he said, Coach, we'll do whatever it takes to win. And to me, that's the player of the week for you right there. And we're proud of you, buddy.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Good job, Jacob. Well, Coach, what about your defensive player of the week?
Be Trey Birch. Like I said, we slid Trey over to Will Backer, and I think he had 12 total tackles this week and had a really good game. And glad to see him turn it on, and he feels comfortable there and can run and do those things, and just had a good game. We expect a better game out of him this week. Nice. Trey Birch.
Congratulations, Trey. And, Coach, finally, your special teams player of the week.
Sam Frazier. Sam's had 2 or 3 opportunities here on kickoff returns, man. He's had some great kickoff returns. People keep kicking it to him, and he keeps taking it back, you know, across midfield. And we talked about it today. You know, we're going to try to take one to the house this week. So we either missing one block or one cut, but he's our special teams player of the week, and he did a heck of a job for us. Thank you, Sam.
Good job, Sam. Well, those are our players of the week brought to us by Mr. Mitch Houston and First Security Title of Monroe. Panther fans, we're going to take a quick 2-minute break and be right back with more of the PrimeStar Home Health Coaches Show in just a moment.
Benoit Ford Chevrolet GMC in Farmerville is here to serve you and your family just like you are a part of ours. With 2 dealerships for you to find the perfect vehicle, Benoit is proud to offer great deals right here in the heart of North Louisiana. 206 South Main Street and 1001 Sterlington Highway in Farmerville, going the extra mile to offer you the best options for your vehicle needs. That's what we do. Stop by and join the Benoit family in your new vehicle from Benoit Ford Chevrolet GMC today.
Ready to sell? Ready to buy? Call David Bryant, your local Sterlington realtor. David's dedication to his clients is unmatched. He'll listen to your needs, answer your questions, and guide you through every step of the process. Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned investor, David has the expertise to make your real estate dreams a reality. Licensed in Louisiana, each office independently owned and operated. David Bryant, your local Sterlington realtor.
Thanks, Coach Doty. Hi, I'm Ashley Dowdy with Homeland Bank. We believe that investing in our schools and local teams means investing in our future. We're committed to creating endless possibilities both on and off the field. Together we can build a brighter tomorrow.
Homeland Bank and the Sterlington Panthers. Together we can build a winning team. Where's your money?
Homeland Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Choose PrimeStar Home Health. We'll provide the best care for your patient or loved one. From managing chronic conditions to wound care and therapy, we specialize in a wide range of services. PrimeStar Home Health. We have the skill to heal and the spirit to care. Choose PrimeStar Home Health. We'll provide the best care for your patient or loved one. From managing chronic conditions to wound care and therapy, we specialize in a wide range of services. PrimeStar Home Health. We have the skill to heal and the spirit to care.
I like a false start. They're good. These are fine.
15.
We're back here at the PrimeStar Home Health. I had a false start. The coach threw a flag on me, so we're behind the chains already. Coach, I want to go back just for a moment, and I meant to ask you this a moment ago, and we got to talking about some other things. But can you talk just a moment ago? There was a play in the game. Really, we go ahead 28-21 on a pick six. Can you talk about that play just for a moment?
It was huge. Travis made a great read on the ball, and as soon as he picked it, I knew it was a touchdown. There wasn't no way they was going to get to him over there. And our other DBs did a great job of blocking and leading him in the end zone. But, that's the play we've been waiting on.
Yeah.
It was that type of play. And, Travis made it and took us in and gave us the lead right there. And that was a big turning point in the game for us. We just couldn't maintain it and hold on to it. But, what a heck of a play. Those are the type of plays we got to make. We need 2 or 3 of them a game.
Absolutely.
Not interceptions per se, but we need 2 or 3. Yes, 2 or 3 big plays a game. But what a play by him.
Yeah,
sure.
Absolutely. It was a great play for sure. Well, Coach, this week, home again at Dale Ashley Field. The Neville Tigers coming to town. This is the first ever regular season matchup between Neville and Sterlington. We've had a jamboree with them the last couple of years. Coach Collins, Mike Collins, of course, has taken over down there, doing a good job, and seems to have his Tigers in a good position. They come in this week sitting at 4-0 and having defeated St. Thomas More at home last week, 30-7. Coaches, you guys have talked about the Tigers and looked at them. What are your initial thoughts as you prepare for them this week?
Well, I think they got a good team. I think that district they're in is setting up to be, something special with them and Ash and Ruston and Washita. I think that's going to be a tough district. So, I guess we're in that district pretty much now since we played all those guys. But it's going to be a tough district, and they right in there with those other guys. So got a good football team, good-looking kids on the hoof. Play really fast, play hard, and have had some really good games this year. They've won some close games, and they've had a couple blowouts. So it's going to be a great game for us.
Well, Coach, as you look at their offense, of course, it's back to the spread for us, but seems like a really balanced approach to the spread, similar maybe to a Washita, although I think maybe the quarterback's not as mobile as Washita's, although he does seem to do a good job. I believe that's Andy Robinson's son. That's a quarterback, Peyton Robinson, I believe is his name. And as you guys approach their offense, what are the keys for your defense going into this week?
I'll tell you what, number 9 is a really good running back. They've got several of them, but he – when you turn the film on, you watch that guy. He's obviously a next level running back, and he's a dangerous kid. And our focus has got to be on tackling that guy. And so he's good. Got a couple receivers. I think they're really good. Number 2 is a guy that kind of catches your eye. Got 12 and 13 out there. They bring 4 in at running back, and he can play some slot as well. They got their offensive line. Is not as experienced as it usually is. They got some young guys there, but the 2 older guys that they have are really good. So, and I think Campbell is playing tight end, Will Campbell's brother. He's a good physical-looking kid as well. So it'll be fun trying to figure it out the rest of this week on how to stop them and get some stops. But I think our guys are definitely up to the challenge.
Well, Coach, for their defense, looking at their defense, it looked to me like a 4-2-5. Looks how they're going to base out of. And so for your offense, how do you approach that 4-2-5 and kind of what are the keys offensively?
Well, their defensive ends are really good up front. They play really, really fast, long, lean-looking guys. And but their secondary is special. Their secondary it'll be the best secondary we've played so far this year. And those guys back there cover really well. They run really well. They tackle. But that's the heart and soul of their defense, if you ask me, is the secondary. So, but we talk to our kids about, we can get 6 or 7 yards and let those guys make the tackles all night long, and we'll be fine with that. So if the safety leads them in tackles this week, then we've had a good night.
Yeah. Well, Coach, as you've kind of talked to your team for the focus of this week going into this game with Neville, what are kind of the focus points of practice and of maybe some things that we need to grow in or things you want to continue to see?
Well, not, turning the ball over is killing us. I mean, just telling you the truth. I mean, it's just killing us right now. And if we can just end every possession with a kick, where it's kicking an extra point or punting, then we're going to have a chance. We're going to be right in this thing. But if we start turning it over again, and especially inside our red zone, and it's going to be tough on us. So turnovers are huge. Penalties, offensively, penalties, we got to cut back on those. Stay ahead of the change. Don't get behind on them, and just operate our offense. And we've taken a lot of stuff that we've simplified it. It's going to be easy, but it's going to be good because we worked at getting good at what we do. And so we're excited about that. And we still got a couple guys out with the injuries. We got 2 seniors that are out right now, and I hate it for these guys because as a senior, you those snaps you lose, you never get back.
Right.
And so, we'll spot play Nate some this week, and hopefully he'll be back full time next week. And then, there's out still. So those guys, we're missing those guys right now as well. So, but we got to get better at just penalties and getting the plays on, in and huddle, checking it. And if we can do that this week, and we're going to be right in this thing.
Coach, the other thing you mentioned tonight as we started, you talked about being back a little bit today. How do you help your kids stay hydrated? I know cramps been a little bit of an issue for us, and a lot of folks think, well, if I drink water 5 minutes before we start tonight, I'll be fine. But what's kind of how do you help your kids see the importance of taking care of their body and making sure they're hydrated going into a night where humidity may be lingering?
Well, we haven't done a very good job of that, past several years, especially last year. Our kids walk around school with a gallon jug, and they took hydration very seriously. And we're not hydrating enough because, I asked the trainer, I asked our other coaches, and what's up with all these cramps, because we're playing in 70-degree weather. And it's just a hydration issue. And, our kids have to eat as well. You can just drink water, but there's nothing in your stomach, it's not going to help you out. So nutrition is got to start playing a better role in what we're doing with our kids as well.
Well, Coach, you're kind of coming to the end of your first 5, and we knew that it was going to be a tough 5, and I think it's lived up to the billing and those things. And so as you guys look down the road, again, just for a moment, maybe just speak to the challenge of the first 5. Looking back, what are the things that you saw, maybe things that you say, yeah, that's exactly what we hope we're going to get out of this?
Well, I mean, it's like a preseason. And that's kind of how, we've taught our kids this is the way we're treating it. And we treat it as a preseason, use it to find who wants to do this, who can do this, who does do this. And that way, when we get ready next week against Richwood, starting district play, have right about it. And several reasons we've talked about it before, but the days playing tennis ball are over.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen. So we got to get ready and start playing these guys, and there's going to be some bumps and bruises. But I mean, you're looking, we may be in that district,
right?
So we got to get ready for it. So all those days of playing those guys, it's over. Yeah, ready for the future.
Absolutely. Well, Panther fans, this Friday night, 7 o'clock at Dale Ashley Field, Sterlington will take on the Tigers. If you can't make it, you catch us right here on our YouTube. Or you can go to the link to the live stream. Pre-game show with William Handy and myself will start about 6:45. We'll get you set to kick off right at 7 o'clock. At shspantherfootball.com, you'll also find our highlight videos, game replays, and so much more. Hope you'll go by there and check that out. Coach, final words tonight before we dismiss?
I think we'll have a big crowd again this week. We had a pretty good crowd against West Washita, so hopefully everybody come out and support the Panthers. And I think it's going to be a great night. And I think our kids are excited, and I hope our fans are. And as always, go Panthers.
Panther fans, that's going to do it for the PrimeStar Home Health Coaches Show. Have a great week, and we'll see you Friday night at Dell Active Field.
Choose PrimeStar Home Health. We'll provide the best care for your patient or loved one. From managing chronic conditions to wound care and therapy, we specialize in a wide range of services. PrimeStar Home Health. We have the skill to heal and the spirit to care. Choose PrimeStar Home Health. We'll provide the best care for your patient or loved one. From managing chronic conditions to wound care and therapy, we specialize in a wide range of services. PrimeStar Home Health. We have the skill to heal and the spirit to care.